Now this is definitely going to be out of the realm of normal for my videos, but I thought it might be kind of neat to share one of my passions. And I love these old Winnebagos, and I looked for just the right one for many, many years. And I found this quite a few years ago. Haven't had a chance to go through and restore it. I've pretty much just been using it, and as you see it is how I got it. Now this is a 1970 D27 Chieftain Winnebago. It pretty much is all original, and again, as you see it is how I got it. I've just been using it and enjoying it, and someday I will go through this and restore it. Now the D stands for Dodge, and a 27 is 27 feet. It actually measures about 28 feet from bumper to bumper. Now the unique thing about this RV is it has a rear entry door and a front entry door. That's pretty rare for this age of Winnebago. Now as a Chieftain, it had all kinds of cool features. Chieftain was top of the line back in the day. Now the first thing you're going to notice is this box up here at the top, and that's because this had factory onboard air conditioning, and that is where they put the condenser to be cooled up on top of the roof. It's also one of the first RVs that I know that had underbelly storage. This compartment here is completely empty and you can put whatever you want in it. This one here has the chassis battery and the coach battery. That way you can pretty much use a 12-volt system when you're parked and not sacrifice the chassis battery. Now from the factory, it had a Onan 4,000 watt generator. It still has the original generator, and it runs really well and it's very quiet. Now this particular RV does not have a regular suspension. It has what was called MORryde. At the time it was an upgrade. There are no springs in the back like a traditional suspension. It hangs on these rubber pads. There are 16 of them, as you can see, kind of bolted in this configuration on both the back sides and the front side, and the entire rear of the RV kind of hangs on these rubber pads. It's very unique, but it gives it a very good ride. You can still buy these pads, luckily for me. Now there are some downsides of running a traditional 1970 Winnebago. That is, there is only one holding tank. It's combined for both the gray water and the black water. However, there is a diverter valve that you can pull and separate the black water and basically let the gray water run out this tube. I use a little blue tote when I'm doing that, and I'll show you how I store that tote. Hidden under the belly of my RV is something my dad and I built. It basically holds this blue tote up under the belly so you don't have to pack it in the RV or strap it to the outside when you're not using it. Now what's special about this apparatus is it is motorized, and it makes getting this blue tote out of the way a very easy process. The hot water heater is the original factory hot water heater, and it has what they called ready heat at the time, and as you're driving it uses the heat from the engine to heat your water. That's absolutely awesome. We love that. When we get finally parked where we need to be, we have immediate hot water that is ready to use. It's a great feature. The RV is still using these split rings. People call these split rims, but they're technically split rings. I did just do a video on these. I'll put a link up here. They're kind of dangerous if you don't know how to mount them, but this RV is still using them, and I just put new tires on it. The RV is powered by a 413 Dodge engine with a 727 transmission. Right now it has roughly 44,000 miles on it, and it runs like a top. That pretty much wraps up the fast view of the outside. I plan on doing another video of the inside of this vehicle. I had done one earlier on quite a few years ago, and the camera just really did not do a good job. So we'll reshoot that. We'll talk about some of the cool features that they had in 1970 that makes these rigs very cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take a look at some of my other videos. You might find something that may interest you or at least keep you entertained.